Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. You know what time it is. It's your Sunday football talk. Sun shining outside. Man City won a thriller. And then we've got a thriller in Manila today because Man United are taking on Spurs. Hopefully, George is coming to represent Spurs people and Roms is going to be on in the next 5 minutes as well. So we are going to start with the title talk because Kunle's here, rightfully so, and Daps is here. But first of all, what the man them saying? All good?
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you go understand. AFCON repping today. You can't bring me down. Nigeria are gonna do their best attempt of it in a couple of hours. But yeah, we move, man. We're excited. Premier League is moving.
But can I just ask you, Kunle, early doors, how far are you going, by the way? Do you think you can win it?
Nah. We can't win it, bro. We're rubbish, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. We're rubbish now. Yeah, we're always gonna be a threat because we're Nigeria and we can do the unpredictable. And obviously we got Victor Osimhen, so you can never know. But I don't believe
Nigerians are always a threat, whether it be a female in the bedroom, whether it be a man on road, or whether it be the football club. Always a threat, bro.
Straight, bro. Whether it's business too, bro.
You can hit the target. If you can hit the target,
business, yeah, amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, guys,
I don't know, man. We'll probably get past to the quarterfinals, but anything beyond there is a bonus, man. Go and look at our manager. It looks like you should be asking him for kilos rather than tactics.
Mine looks like a mafia don. Bro, the other one that I always thought that of, slyly, was Pellegrini. Yeah, Pellegrini looked a bit like one of the old mafia.
And him and the Portugal manager.
Right, and Pellegrini always had this other mafia don next to him that dressed the same, and just looked like his hitman. Bro. Yeah, bro, it just looked like his hitman. Like Pellegrini was the don, and he had his hitman with him.
Yeah, they look the same. I said they're at Real Betis. They won last night. I was watching something. He's the manager there, man. So he's still doing his thing.
For real?
Yeah, he's at Real Betis. Yeah, they're top 7 in that. They've got Isco playing for them. He scored last night. Isco, you know.
Oh. Remember how? Hold on, I know me and George definitely both our clubs were linked with Isco for a minute.
Yeah, we were linked with Isco as well, man.
The sad thing is, there was a point where I thought I wanted Isco, but then he just
went to Real Madrid, and it just went a bit.
Look, he got very comfortable, then won everything, and then it was like the motivation. He wasn't getting starts, to be fair.
He started tucking into the food and got a bit like Eden Hazard, like sort of stomach and that. But now, good. You know what? It's good to see him shining at Real Betis doing his thing. Guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe to One Touch TV, Tunnel TV as well. They're going to be giving you AFCON content. That is for sure. Nigeria played today. Egypt played today with Mo Salah getting it underway. And George is here as well. I thought he was going to be late. I thought he was running from the Ten Hag. You know, I thought we ran him out of ends.
What do you mean you thought he was going to be late? He is late. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true.
You thought he was going to be late.
I'm not late. I'm not late. I did say I was going to be at around 12:30, so I didn't say
that is late, bro. Just to confirm, that does mean you're late. You're not that late, but
no, it doesn't mean you're late. It means I've given a time frame and I come within the time frame. So
pause.
Now, George, I understand. Like, you're nervous around me today. Like, you know what's coming. So I can understand.
I can tell you the one thing for free is I'm most definitely not scared of Ten Hag. Ten Hag ball is not scaring anyone, and Bournemouth at home says a lot about that. So I'm expecting a very similar performance from you guys today.
I'm looking forward to discuss it. Do you know what? I was going to start with City because obviously I know they done that yesterday's show.
Oh, right, okay, but we won't talk on City neither.
No, we will after the title race.
No, that's yesterday's news, no?
For once, I'm gonna.
Let's not talk about City. No one wants to talk about City.
No. Oscar, we have to talk about the Oscars, man. Roll out the red carpet, Oscar Bob. You know what I'm saying? Collecting Oscars already. But guys, let me get through the super chats quickly. And then Strasbourg Steve, thank you for 2 super chats. One with no message. But I appreciate it all the time. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, people. Strasbourg again with another one. Real Betis play excellent football. Isco is brilliant. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they won me a bit of you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't want to promote that, but big up Isco for doing his thing. So big up Strasbourg as well for the super chat. Hope you well. Enjoy your Sunday, my man. Man United Spurs today. I feel like, before we get into the nitty-gritty, just as a football fan in general, this game never disappoints, you know. Like, you can watch this game and you just know both teams are probably going to score. There's going to be goals. There's going to be controversy. Like, whatever it is, it's always exciting when Man United play Spurs. And today, I feel like when we look at the Premier League, throughout the whole season, this is probably one of the biggest 50-50 games we've seen. Like, if someone said, right, here's £100, Daps, I don't think confidently you're going to play Man United, draw, or Spurs. I feel like this is set up so good. They've got a couple of players back. We've got some players
United
back.
are winning, bro. United are winning.
I've see with me,
United are winning this game, bro.
I've been thinking about it, and because obviously I've seen George Deji be very confident, but same way I've seen Ty, the way you speak back, like you're surprised at them being confident, and I'm thinking I'm not surprised,
but I'm confident.
I'm trying to see both sides of it, and I totally get why For me, I totally get why Tottenham are confident. I do, because you, man, like there's results and then there's how you perform, and how you perform is not it. It really isn't it. So, and looking at Tottenham with the players they've got coming back. By the way, Werner's there. Is the other Don joined yet?
Dragusin's there. Yeah, Dragusin's there. Romero's there.
Forget the ones coming back. The two that I'm like, Werner's there.
Dragusin's signed. He's there.
He's signed, so he's there as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see for that, looking at it, I can see why Tottenham are thinking
it's their best chance. Yeah.
No, that's
wait. What do you mean our best chance? No. I don't like throwing out statements like this. This is our best.
You don't win at Old Trafford apart from lockdown, George. You don't win at Old Trafford.
Ty, that's what I was going to say, George.
Multiple times.
But I think that's where you're right. That's where you're coming from.
Steady with that multiple thing.
You're not looking at how you're performing this season. You're not looking at how Tottenham are performing this season. You're going, but we always beat them at Old Trafford.
No. I'm just confident that high line, just like the Villa game 2 weeks ago, they're going to come in and play this high line and we're going to get in behind and we're going to get chances. The difference is, can Manchester United take their chances? Spurs are going to get chances as well, George. I'm not disrespecting it. I think it'll be like a 3-2. I think it's going to be chaos. I think there's going to be goals here, left and everywhere. But I just think Man United...
Wow, you think you man are going to get a lot of goals, Ty?
I think we're going to score at least 2 today. Yeah, and we don't normally score 2. Let me
actually say this. Wait, you know what? Because I heard this. I heard someone else say this midweek. Cass, I think, said it, and I had to.
I've got in his head.
You guys don't win and score 2 goals at home very often. I think it's happened like twice this season, and most of your wins at home have been 1-0s. This sort of lucky wins against the likes of Luton, Burnley. You know,
what did them teams do, George? What do them teams have in common, bro?
Luton and Burnley.
Yeah, tell me what they have in common.
Yeah, they can play a high line.
Well. Why are you not adding Chelsea to that list? Why are you not adding Chelsea to that list?
They're rubbish.
But Luton, them type of teams, they sit back, sit deep, try and make us. Villa, come here, high line, exposed. You're not going to come here, high line, we're going to get chances in behind. Come on, man.
Okay, so look at the Villa game then. Let's look at the first half. They absolutely destroyed you, by the way. They pumped you from left to right.
They scored 2, but they were crap.
No, I thought Villa were decent. Look, of course you have to look at the way that Villa play. Villa aren't the most mesmerizing team to watch. Agreed. They score goals. They generally just score goals, and Emery just has a sort of system and structure that works for them in particular. Villa do not have the quality at the back that we do. Let's get something clear. Tottenham's a better defensive team. I feel like we're a better structured and better drilled team than Villa definitely when it comes to defense. When you guys like to talk about this high line and exposing this high line, we have Van de Ven back. We literally have our pure pace. Who
is it his first game back though?
It's his first game back, but no, he could have played last week. By the way, he was on the bench. He was about to come on against. He was about to come on.
Match day is always different.
Let me look. De Bruyne has been available, right, for a minute, but he hasn't, right. De Bruyne has played the last 2 games. I don't know if he's
how long though.
I hear you, but. The interview with him yesterday, he said... Van
de Ven wasn't out for a short period of time either, bro.
Currently, he can play 25 to 30 minutes. So, look, Van de Ven, he's big for you. So far this season, he's been... While he was fit, he's your best defender. He's made your role
match fit, like De Bruyne is trying to get back.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do 90 minutes. Do you think?
I personally think that he's not going to have a problem. He's been back in training for 2 weeks. It's not been a while. It's not been like a couple of days.
That's not match fitness.
He hasn't played.
It doesn't matter. You guys keep going on this match fitness. He wasn't out. He wasn't out.
Testing that hamstring is going to be tough for him. He's got to test that hamstring. We're going to run him behind. Yeah. I'm not saying he can't do it, but Daps is right. Like, if he pulled up, are you going to be shocked? You wouldn't be shocked because you're like, do you know what? Tough game. He's running backwards. It's his first game back. Yes, he's going to be ready 100%. He's probably saved him for this. But you know what happens sometimes. When you can rush players back, we're going to knock the ball in behind. We're going to get Garnacho, Rashford and Højlund testing him early. If he comes through it, cool.
Højlund.
Hold
is
on,
what I mean.
Garnacho's overrated, bro. Garnacho's so overrated as
Forget him
well.
being overrated. Forget him being overrated.
Ty,
Rate what he's good at, and that's getting him behind and trying to make that run.
All right,
You know what
Ty,
I mean?
but this is where we have to just like I laugh at you guys because you guys come and you talk about breaking down our high line, but then the names that you're mentioning are Garnacho, Højlund, and Rashford. Rashford and Højlund couldn't hit the goal if it was free. If there was no defenders there, they couldn't hit the target. So I'm not worried about them. Rashford's been poor.
Actually, like these men are shit, George.
All right, but Rashford is here. He's a perfect player. He plays with a bit of confidence for 3 months of a season, scores 10 goals. You guys start putting in Ballon d'Or conversations, and then he goes right back to his level.
No, but George.
Let me and George run this quickly. One sec. George, I respect you, yeah, and I got a lot of love for you. But when you talk about Rashford being shit, I can agree with you in terms of a footballing brain, right? He can be poor, but even Roms will know about it. When you play a high line, right? Forget how bad his form is and whatever, and Garnacho and this and that. When you play a high line and you give them players an opportunity to get an Ericsson or a Bruno just sliding it in through, it doesn't matter how poor their ability is. If you've got pace, Rashford will always be a threat. Garnacho will always be a threat.
But you're making it seem like our back line. No, but you guys are
making it seem like
our back line. You're going to catch us off. When Romero is back, for one, we're talking about one of the best centre-backs in the league. You can laugh or if you're not. This is one of because people actually try to disrespect him. He is one of the best centre-backs in the league. The way that he's reading of the game,
what number?
He takes players out of the game. He's 1v1 battling with
George.
players.
I have to keep telling you. Discipline is a part of your game, bro.
Okay, but you can. Wait, Roms. The funniest thing I saw the other day is he's got the same amount of red cards as Van Dijk this season. So people love to do this discipline thing. They love to do this foul thing. Van Dijk is just as much a fouler as he is. If you're going to go on of this, personally,
no, but that's just this season in isolation. You can't do that.
I don't care about red cards because we've seen some of the best centre backs, Sergio Ramos, Nemanja Vidic. They were foulers.
I just don't think he's
they're aggressive players.
No, but you know what the reality is.
I think he's guys.
What's that word we were using in the group? What was the word we were using in the group yesterday that I've been using incorrectly?
Decent.
That's hilarious.
He's better than decent. He's decent.
He's
more than better than decent. Romero next to Van de Ven as well. You're talking about one of the best centre backs.
Van de Ven's for me so far. I think Van de Ven's better than.
Would you agree with that? Van de Ven's your best centre back.
He's not. But this
Romero.
How many games has that centre back partnership played together?
I think Romero is underrated. He's sick. He just gets.
I can't let him play the few.
You mustn't know any.
How many? More than 10? More than 10 games?
George, that was your centre back.
Have you not played more than 10 games together?
First 10 games.
That was our centre back.
You have to give it to them.
We were top of the league at the end of those 10 games. Unbeaten, didn't lose a game.
Yeah, but are we judging centre backs over 10 games now? Is that what we're doing now? Like, because obviously Mustafi looked good after 10 games, didn't it? Mustafi looked good after 10 games.
You were the one that just said that he's better than Romero, apparently, when you've only seen him for 10 games.
But this is the first thing I've said on the show, bro. I've not said anything. I've literally, this is the first thing I said on the show was that. What are you talking about?
This game.
What's going on, bro? George, maybe you got me confused with Ty, bro. I never said anything about any of your centre backs till
Rom said that Van de Ven was better than Romero.
No, I said it.
And then we agreed. And these two agreed.
Bro, I did not say anything. I didn't say anything.
No.
Until just now.
Romero is the best.
It was me and that.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Romero.
George, why are you tensed about today that you've got things confused?
I believe he's underrated. That's the maddest one.
I think Romero's underrated. Yeah.
I think he's overrated.
You're saying all us black people look the same. Is that what you're saying?
Do you know what? George, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I think he's good on the ball. He breaks lines. He's actually a good traveller of the ball. But his discipline, his reading of the game, whatnot.
Yeah, but I'm not saying reading. No. We're not going to talk about reading of the game. His reading of the game is.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, see, you Spurs fans.
It's elite, did you say, George? What's he talking about?
Watch him today. You're going to see his reading of the game.
Hey, bro. Romero's shirt is always dirty at the end of the game, bro. He's not elite at reading the game. If you're elite at reading the game, then your shirt should not be dirty every game. That's the fact, George. What are we talking about here, bro? He's a good defender, but he's not. Reading the game isn't his strength, bro. Let's not do that, bro. That's not his key. He's not elite at anything like that, bro.
Being able to identify when they're gonna break and being in the right positions, and that's exactly what he does. You won't see Rashford.
Why is he always sliding on the floor then? If he always reading
you will
things,
not
bro,
see
you shouldn't.
Rashford
If you anticipate things, then you don't have to slide. Slide is a reaction of not anticipating. That's the fact.
Clearly, one thing about you is clearly not played football. Because if you know there's different types of centre backs.
Bro, let's not start talking about who's played football. Do you play for a professional team, George?
It doesn't matter what level you play to.
So stop talking about if I played football or you played football. It's got nothing to do with that, bro. Just respond to the comment. It's not about who played football and I played football. From when neither of us are pros, what are we talking about here, bro? None of us are pros here. So what are you talking about if I played football and you played football?
When Gabriel slides across the floor, you guys are sitting there parading him around, going, "Oh, look at Gabriel." And now Romero doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah, but I wouldn't now come and say Gabriel's great at reading the game. I wouldn't say that after that, would I? That's the difference. That's the difference. I wouldn't say Gabriel's great at reading the game like you would.
Is a part of a player's game. If he wants to be more aggressive than other players, and use that,
yeah, go on, George. Say it again. Say it again, George. So that when Rob's are coming, sorry, just because it's getting a bit chaos and people are saying in the comments one at a time, it's getting mad. Yeah, George, what did you say?
I don't even know what I was saying now. Where do you want me to start? Do you want me to go back to where I was explaining to Kunle that there's different types of defenders? You just need to look at Man United's classic pairing of Vidic, Rio. Rio never went to ground. Vidic went to ground all the time. It's different types of the defenders. Certain types of defenders like to go to ground. They like to be more aggressive, and they like to slide in.
Don't get it.
You know what it's George. There's a quote.
I was talking on Rashford. I want to hear what you're going to say or something to me about what I was saying about Rashford or us getting in behind Spurs. That's what you were going to say.
No, I'll get to after. But one of the great, some people regard him as the greatest. Maldini said, "From when you have to go to ground and make a tackle, I've already lost." As in, you've not read it right. What I'm trying to say, George, is I understand there's different types of centre backs. You have more composed, you have more aggressors. But when you're consistently last ditch and actually conceding the foul, your reading of the game can't be that good because your anticipation's all over the place. That's all we're trying to say. Not to say you can't go to ground. He can. When you go to ground, make the tackle.
He doesn't make last-ditch challenges. His challenges are just they're over-aggressive.
Wait, did you say that? Romero doesn't make last-ditch challenges.
When you're talking about last-ditch challenges, you're talking about players being through and goal.
Yeah, that's right, George. Loosen up that do-rag, bro.
Romero's never in those positions. Romero's often he puts too much power and too much time over-aggressive in the challenge. So he gets the ball and then he gets his man after. Football nowadays, you can't do that. But let's not talk about 5-10 years ago. You get your man, you get the ball and get the man. It's not a foul. It's just the way that football's changed. People are a lot more fucking pussios now.
I
know, but then
we lost Bruno the other day against Wigan. He literally tapped his foot. He went down and they're saying that's a penalty. It's just what it is.
It was a penalty,
but then George, cool. That then you need to be smarter. Then you need to adapt with the time. This football's not like that anymore. Don't be as rash. Because Sav was telling me a stat with Romero. He only plays 35% of your games per season as one of your best centre backs. That's poor, bro. That is actually poor. And for me, I'm not saying his reading of the game is not good, George. It's not at this level that you Spurs fans put it at. It's good, but it's not exceptional on things that I've heard some of you Spurs fans say. In my opinion, I agree with that. He's just a good centre back, but I don't think he's
elite was the word he used.
For me, he's not even top 7, top 8 in the league. In my opinion, Romero, he's not even top 7 or 10. He's not even best in your own club. He's not even the best in your own club, bro. Van de Ven for me is better than Romero.
But this one I don't get. How can you say that if you've only watched him for 10 games? You guys are funny because you're the same people that were sitting around saying that.
You were calling the hold on. Right, George.
Sometimes you can tell.
I never come here and I'd come raving around Van de Ven being better than this, better than that person. I said he's good. I like what I said.
Bro. We're allowed to judge. We are allowed to judge Van de Ven after 10 games. Guess why? Because you man called Romero a Rolls Royce after about 5.
No, we never. You're just waffling now.
No, I'm not waffling.
I remember specifically on this channel that when we had this conversation, when Romero first came in, Diaz first came in, you kept going, we're not going to have these conversations about these defenders, not even Diaz, because we're not seeing.
You lot wanted to carry on about Romero, so now we will about
what you said. You said we were not going to have conversations about them because they've not played a full season. You're not going to come and sit here and tell me Van de Ven's better than Romero when you've seen him for 9 or 10 games. And
sometimes you could just tell. Wait.
That's if you even watched all 9 or 10 Tottenham games, because most of them aren't live on TV.
Hold on tight, 1 sec. George, listen to what I just said. I said the reason I agree with you first and foremost. I was saying, even about Diaz, first season, I said, I need to see more seasons. But right now, we're talking about Tottenham. We are talking about your club. So I'm going to act the way your fans acted, and that was overrating Romero before he'd even played a handful of games, right? So therefore, if I'm going to work on your club's logic, I'm going to say right now, I think Van de Ven is better than Romero. Look, I don't
Do you think that? Do you think that?
That's football fan logic that you guys said. You guys were using this logic.
Why you got a chip?
Wait, if I'm clear, I think me and George are the only ones that rate Romero as high as we do, and then the other three don't really rate Romero. That is what I've got today. Basically, they rate Van de Ven more than Romero.
No, this is what we need. This is what we need to get out of football. Yeah, just because you think a player is overrated doesn't mean they're bad. I rate Romero
I hear
the level to that
you
Spurs
think Van de
fans.
Ven better? Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is, Rom,
He
Van de Ven better than Romero. I don't.
last season.
I think Romero.
What?
I think Romero's.
George, you say I think Konate. George, I'm one of Konate. I get stick from my fans for Konate, bro. That one didn't bang. You could have used other players. I don't rate Konate as much as my fan
I've
base.
been hearing a lot about Konate from you guys recently.
Do you know what? Let me just ask you a question.
Me recently,
George,
to
I
be
just
fair,
want to ask you a
Konate has
question.
been
Just
impressing me
quickly.
the last few games.
We'll go back.
Yeah, he has.
Guys,
But I just mean
make
overall.
sure you like the video. There's nearly 500 of you here. I hope you're enjoying the Sunday show already. You know it's
Actually-
booted off with a bang. So please smash a like. Please subscribe if you're new as well. I do want to get back to talking about the game.
Just quickly on Konate. Konate and Romero's a great comparison.
Yeah,
Because
you
actually,
picking Rums? You picking?
Exactly.
You picking?
Konate, yeah.
Rums?
Apparently, and
Konate.
once the referees clock onto Konate, he's going to be getting as many cards as Romero because that Konate's dirty, man.
Do you know what it is that? Say, I have the same energy for both of them. I said, look, they're good. They're both good centre backs. But sometimes for me, it's the intelligence. Konate draws fouls when he doesn't have to do some needless fouls. But I can't say that in the last 5 games. He's been excellent. Konate in the last 5 games has been excellent.
Yeah, he has been.
All this thing about Romero, I just personally think that we get a lot more cards than most other teams. If you look at us, I think this season, yellow cards, we've got the most in the league. Since the Liverpool game, we've been targeted. You have to just look at the Chelsea game yesterday, and you look at challenges.
Is that because of the fouls you're committing?
I agree with you.
You look at challenges like Gusto, and I've seen
what are we doing
in these games. That
if it was about it, or are we playing victim about it? What are we doing?
Let me finish, bro. You're talking, no one can hear you, bro. If it was Romero,
you could, because you knew I was talking.
I couldn't hear what you're saying because you're just waffling. Again, if it was Romero doing these challenges and he was putting a foot to ground, going again, you're still just no one's hearing what you're saying. You want to talk about Arsenal? We can talk about Arsenal, bro. Let's do that. Let's talk about
no. We're talking about this game today.
Let's do that.
I'm keeping it honest. We haven't even discussed.
Focus on
we haven't
Tottenham.
discussed about how big this game is. Top 4. I want to ask a quick question before we do talk about games. There is a few things.
Oh, it's big for Tottenham, yeah, not for you, man. Not for you, man. You man, top 4.
Let me ask this one question.
No. Ty, let me ask you a question. You think you're in a top 4 race?
If we win today, we're still in contention. Yeah.
No, Ty. I know what you're doing mathematically, yeah, but Ty, come on, you're not.
Let me just ask you one question quickly. And then we will go into the game. George, do you think Romero's top 5 centre backs in the league?
100%. He's top.
Okay. Do you three disagree with that?
I'm actually going to think. Once you ask that,
I do. Okay, my answer is yes, I do as well. Okay.
Yes, I disagree with that. Top 5, I do.
Okay, fair. No.
Yeah, but he's fifth though. He's fifth.
He's not
He's fifth though. He's not like he's fifth though. It's not like he's up there. He's fifth.
Name me 5.
He's not even in my top 8. He's not even in my top 8.
All right, name me 5 centre backs better than him because this is crazy. This is crazy.
All right, Diaz,
Van Dijk, Diaz, Stones, Gabriel, Saliba. That's 5. Gabriel's better than Romero. Gabriel's better than Romero. Gabriel's better than Romero.
There's no fucking way to go.
That's 5. That is 5.
I know he's playing left back at the moment. As a centre back, I'm having fucking Vardio as a centre back over him as well.
Look, this is what I mean. He's been in this season.
Not right now. Not right now.
Hold on.
Varane.
That's your logic.
Ty. Varane, Thiago Silva.
Not Thiago Silva. Not Thiago. Varane and him are
I wouldn't have a Kanji. I wouldn't have a Kanji, to be fair. I wouldn't have a Kanji. But
he's definitely in the top 6 for me, Romero. I can't
He's not even in my top. He breaks 9th for
10th. Immediately you pushed him to top 6 from top 5. Ty, that was sick. You did it so slick as well.
Because Varane, I think
good name, Ty. If we're talking about reading of the game, yeah, then I'm having Thiago Silva over him.
I literally just said that.
Thiago Silva over Romero.
Yes, all day long. Twice on a Sunday.
Yeah. You know what? It's mad. Now I knew that one would cause. I knew that one would cause a bit of thing. I'll save that for another debate. But today's game.
Anyway, back to this top 4 chase for Man United.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to ask this and we're going to talk about it. Man United, I think we're 8 points. I think we're 8 points off.
8 points.
Chelsea above you, bro.
Yeah, I know. And if we lose
Chelsea
today,
in the top 4 race now.
Nah, I don't think they are.
Oh, but they're above you. Mad. Wow.
Yeah, I just think that with our players coming back, and I think overall we'll just be better than them this season. Eventually, I think we will be. I just think we are. With the players coming back now, we've got Alessandro's, Casemiro's, and then obviously I know Mason don't really play too much. You've got Kobe now with him and Casemiro. They can play that pivot together.
Hey, being better than Chelsea ain't the
already.
Let me be real.
I was going to say just before you land,
that's not going to get you top 4 being better than Chelsea.
Five teams off the top of my head: Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Villa, and Spurs. Will all 5 already be more consistent than you? So that literally leaves 6 maximum for you lot. So this top 5 race is crazy, in my opinion. Yes, mathematically, of course. Brighton is what?
We win today. We go on 34 points. Yeah, Tottenham on 30 will be on 39, and Villa on 42 at the moment before they've played. That 8-point gap, I feel like between now and the end of the season, we've got 1 game a week. Villa are focusing also on the Europa Conference League. Yeah, Tottenham have got 1 game a week, and they've got players coming back. So I respect Tottenham, but I think Villa are actually going to drop off. I don't believe in Villa can stay until the end of the season. So I think Villa will drop off. Then it'll be between us and Spurs. Who can hold the composure? Who can win? Who can get a winning run together? And I just feel like
what have you seen this season? But Ty.
Probably done.
Let him land.
I think if we lose today, it's probably done. But that's
Ty, don't stop talking. You said 2 things I want to focus on. You said consistency, right?
Yeah, we need. Yeah.
No. So based on, you can say need. Well, in that case, you know what? If Newcastle get what they need, they might be in a title race. We're not doing. We have to be where we are. So based on where we are right now, you said consistency. What makes you think Manchester United are going to find consistency?
You're consistently inconsistent.
Varane and key players coming back. I feel like these are the players that helped us get top 4 last year, helped us win a trophy last year, and Ten Hag has been begging to come back.
Hold on, Ty. One sec. Ty. Everyone's got players coming back. Everyone has players coming back.
And can I just
it's not just Man United. And you've done nothing to show us this season that you can put a run together with victory.
Are you not ruling about already done?
100%.
What do you mean? Are we, brother? Are you still asking us this question? What are you missing, bro? The memo got sent out time ago. My guy.
You're the only Man United fan.
Brother, you put it so articulately, Katai. I was nearly locked in. I was like, yo, this could... Nah.
You know when you see the delusion? He just said, I can't wait for when. Bro, stop it. It's not happening, bro. Come on, stop fooling yourself with this.
Acceptance is a good place to be at, Ty. Acceptance is a good place to be at, bro. It makes the season go easier, bro. Trust me.
We said many times on this channel, right? Title race, you have to be consistent. Top 4 race, I agree. You don't have to be as consistent. But I just feel like the teams you're battling with, your Tottenhams, your I was gonna say Arsenal. That's a bit disingenuous. Tottenham's the Villas.
How is it disingenuous? Arsenal are a point above us.
Yeah.
So if they're
because I think they're will pick up.
No, Roms, mention Arsenal. Don't your boys from England gonna run you down. Mention Arsenal.
Don't start doing.
No.
Trying to put Arsenal in this bracket that they're not above the rest.
No, but listen. No, but George, come end of the season. Come end of the season. I reckon Arsenal going to be island of their own.
George, why is your face so screwed up when Arsenal's on the agenda? It's screwing up your face in that, bro. Relax.
They won't be near us and City, but then I think there'll still be a gap between third. No, listen, I don't mean now. I mean over the course of the season. I reckon Arsenal will comfortably get that third. There'll be a gap between them and fourth over the course of the season. That's what I'm saying. Of course, and now they're in the top 4 race.
You can't say that's factual right now. And you agree with that because they're not scoring
goals. Not factual. That's what I believe.
Bums, you know what this shows me so far? What I've heard from Ty today, yeah? Ty, I get it. You are the positive Man United fan. You always look for
I
positive.
respect that. Yeah.
No, bro, listen, anyone that has a positive outlook on life and can maintain it, I respect massively. But, bro, I also see from this year, you still believe in Ten Hag. You still believe in Ten Hag.
Yeah. Because listen, if you can get top 5, this means you think your manager is going to turn it around. Because I'm going to tell you now, Ty.
Bro, look at Sancho. Sancho went Dortmund, yeah, and guess what he's doing? Guess what he's doing as a right winger? Getting assists. Can I
add to that, Daps, as well? You put to bed all of the discipline. Ragnick's come out. Their CEO, about 3 people in the last 4 days have come out saying there's never been any discipline issue. So it's glaringly obvious Ten Hag was the problem. How can 3-4 people be right and 3-4 people be wrong and one's right?
You've seen all the players celebrating the fact
everyone,
that
all the
but that's good though. That's normal.
Sancho. Vinicius Junior's up in the mixer. Bellingham, they're all there going, yeah.
I'll say now, highest you'll finish is 6th. Highest you'll finish, in my opinion, is 6th. I think that is the highest you can finish this season. I can't see finishing anything above 6th.
I wouldn't be shocked if the manager's not here next season. But do I believe in giving this manager one last shot? This is what I said. Yeah, I said it the other day to Saeed. The reason I'm giving this manager one last chance is Daps knows from day dot.
You've given him about 5 one last chances already, Ty.
I wanted him anyway. So it was my number 1 choice. Yeah, and I said now Ten Hag has shot himself in the foot with me because I've always been saying, when he gets his key players back, a few things need to change in terms of signings and stuff. We're not going to get them signings. But Ten Hag come out himself 2 weeks ago. This is what Ten Hag said. He goes, I'm going to have like 6 new players back this January, and it's going to feel like 6 new signings. I would then be able to have a consistent 12 to 14 players I can pick from in the starting 11. We can start performing consistently and hopefully getting results. Now, that's what I've kind of been saying on streams before he said that. Then when he said that, and I said it to Saeed, I said, look, I've got nothing else to stand on now. So if I come back on here by the end of February, say 6 weeks, and we've got enough games, and obviously there's a gaps. If we're consistent enough between then, I'll be like, do you know what? He's got his key players back in Martinez and Casemiro and Varane, the famous triangle I called it last year that helps
famous, the famous triangle.
Yeah, the famous triangle, yeah. But if he doesn't, and he plays it back, then
Avengers assemble. You got Iron Man and that already.
I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, you know what? Ten Hag can't turn this around. It's too late. This is his last chance for me. 1 game a week. He's got time on the training field and his key players back. What more do I want? I've got my chicken, I've got my rice, and I've got my coleslaw. I've got everything now.
I need it real quick. Can comment section, please?
I've got a drink to wash it down.
Comments. I need to know. Comment section. Comment section. Have you ever heard anyone call them the famous triangle? Please just let me know because I ain't heard it till today.
That's Ty. No,
this was an exclusive to me, Ty, bro. The famous triangle.
Can you confirm? Actually, no. Do you know what? On a real, there's a few things. I will. Right. So, firstly, for Man United, I do think they've missed Martinez way more than anyone spoke on. I do think you've missed him massively.
I rate him.
I also think another one that hasn't been spoken enough, though, is I also think Liverpool are missing Robertson more than people are speaking about. And that's because maybe Robertson's form had dropped off. Robertson's form had dropped off a little bit. But you know what? If we're going to say that Fabinho looked tired, and that's why, then is it not fair that maybe sometimes you do get plays when Liverpool have been going like that? And I think that's why this break from Robertson's good. But Can I have confirmation of who's in the famous triangle, just so I know?
Yeah, if it was Martinez, Casemiro, Varane.
Okay.
Is that what a Carling Cup does, Ty? Is that what a Carling Cup does?
I just need to get onto this though. Ty, you guys are going on like, Ten Hag, when these players come back, that's just assuming that half of these players don't go missing again. They don't get another injury.
Factual.
Again, let's be real. A lot of these players you're talking about are injury-prone players. Yeah. So it's just part of their having them is they're going to get injured again later on in the season. Also, Ten Hag hasn't done nothing with the team to suggest that even tactically, they all have a clue of where they're going. Some of them doing something and some of them are doing a completely different job. And he still doesn't know his best 11. So when you get these 6 or 7 best players back, you've got a group of players that you can rotate with, but he doesn't know what combination of the group works best well together. He's still going to take a month to figure figure it out. It's still gonna take him a while to get to the point where he's like, oh, this is my best 11. So whilst you guys are still figuring it out into February, March, and April,
but are we figuring out? He's got them players back, and we all see as Man United fans, and George, you respect it as well. That Kobe and Casemiro partnership is what we're probably waiting for as Man United fans to see if we can unleash that. Today might be that day. It might not work and be cohesive, but if you've got Martinez and Casemiro back in the squad, I only want one of them starting, because the same situation that Dap said to you about your players coming back and stuff. Sometimes you don't want to throw them all in because it can be a bit uncohesive. They're not fully matched up. And this is a game where, let's be real, you lot play ball. You lot are going to have the ball. You lot are going to have intensity. We've got to be able to match that. So for me, I'll only start one of Martinez or Casemiro today. We probably won't have our best team out there. But do I think that you've got a team that's good enough to beat us? Yes. Do I think we've got a good enough team to beat you? Yes. And this is why I think if you gave Roms, a betting man, £100 right now, he wouldn't know where to put his money because it's a 50-50.
No, wait. Hold on. I've got a more important question. How have we literally, last time I looked up at the screen, there was an Arsenal fan. Now there's 2 fucking Tottenham fans. What's going on?
Deji wanted to help George.
Is this a Romero backup or something?
No, he's come to speak about his club and some thumb shaking. You know what I mean?
I have come to speak about my club. And George, sorry for the late arrival. Everyone in the chat and on the panel.
Big up, Deji.
Ty, to be honest with you, you know me and you. I respect you. I love you as a brother. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, when we link up next, we need to go out for drinks. But there is no way in hell that you could be saying with chess that you think that your club can beat my team today. There's no way. Your team is too dusty, bro. And I'm not even doing it for banter. It is a good look for you to have Martinez back. But also, there's levels to this thing, my bro. There's like levels. Van der Ven, Martinez, they're not even in the same bracket. So the players that we're bringing in and the players you're bringing in are just not on the same level, my G. And you know what? For the first time,
you and Ty going out for a drink together.
Fan and say, oh, just settle. You're behind us, so relax yourself.
So Deji,
I mean? If you win, it's just pure energy. That's it. Just energy.
What, so if we were just saying, there's no way we're on your level.
Are you going out for a drink with Deji next week?
No, but you can take me out if we win now.
Oh, right, okay. Is there going to be any bum shaking?
Mate, if Tottenham win today by 3 goals,
what if we win today? Because you're saying there's no way. You're just saying, right, Deji. You beat us at Old Trafford a couple of times in my career, my life, my career. Yeah. We normally beat you at Old Trafford, right? You've got a team that you've got a few players missing, but got some players back. We've got players coming back. We've got a couple of players missing. But stylistically, you're going to play this high line. We are going to get moments. We're going to get chances in behind, and we might score them. We've got to take our chances. We're not convincing enough. We had chances against Wigan, and we didn't score 6 or 7 when it should have been. But will we take them today? I don't know. You will get chances. I admit, you will get chances. You have most of the ball. Can you take your chances? No.
Do you know who you're sounding like?
There's no way he
can come here. Why though?
There's no chance we're going to win.
A reason why though.
This is overconfident. I'm remembering this.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm
36 minutes today, Deji. I respect you.
Let me tell you why I'm overconfident.
Today, I want to see you tonight.
I want to land after Deji.
Let me tell you why I'm overconfident. Any team that have lost half their matches, as soon as a goal goes in, their head will drop.
We beat Villa 2-0 down. Villa, everyone hypes about Villa.
Doesn't matter. Villa was the one anomaly.
Villa was an anomaly this season. That's what it was. Because it's the only time it's happened this season. There's been no other game where you've been 2.
Nottingham Forest 2-0 down in 5 minutes.
And then what happened? Oh, what you come back
on 1-3-2
at the start of the season.
You just said it happened once. I'm giving you the facts, bro. Remember when you go to court, my brother, I'll give you a tip. When you go to court, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove, my brother.
How many games can we name that you've gone behind one goal? You've gone up by 1 goal, and then you've gone behind and you've lost the game.
George, you're moving the goalpost. You're doing the light skin thing. You're doing the light skin thing. You're doing the light skin thing.
Game after game where you've got 1-0 up, 2-0 up.
That's a bit rich.
I'm just saying. So I'm waiting.
You're moving the goalpost. You just said it hasn't happened more than once. I just gave you.
Let me speak to Deji and George. Let me speak.
Wait. No, because who's Ty sounding like right now? He's starting to sound like Don. He goes, "Yeah, we make loads of chances. We create loads of chances. But you never fucking finish them. team doesn't finish chances because you've not got a good attack. It's just the basics of football. When you've got players up front like Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund, 3 players who aren't prolific goal scorers, they're going to miss loads of chances. So you can create chances against us. They're just not going to score them.
So George, why are you so confident?
Wait, let me know quickly. Do you know what is Jordan Deji? I've said this for like the last 5-6 days in a row. You lot are going to be better than them. Better than pillar to post. Possession stats will be all over the gap. The reason why I think United nicked this 2-1, right? This is typical Ten Hag. I already told you, Tat. Remember I told you a couple of days ago. Because you lot are going to leave space in behind. And George, I agree with you. Anthony, Højlund, Rashford, Garnacho, 1-on-1, they're poor. Do you know what I think United will do? You know the sweaty goals on FIFA? You play it, sweaty goal and tap in. I feel like they're going to score 2 of them goals on the counter. You lot are going to dominate the game. You'll be the better team.
Are you basically saying what I said earlier? We're going to get in behind, yeah? Rashford and the
Garnacho. Yeah, no. But I'll be real tired. What you were saying is 1-on-1s. 1-on-1s. I can't lie. Vicario is going to eat up.
I said in behind the high line like Villa did.
And squaring it. Yeah, I agree with you. Because I can't lie. The 1-on-1s, Vicario is going to eat them up all day. Vicario 1-on-1 against them 4 attackers. He's going to save all them shots. But I feel like you can't save sweaties. Once they play out wide and put it in, I think this is where I think United nicked the game. Because Ten Hag does this. When he backs against the wall, they'll get the result. But the next week against Wolves away, you're losing. This is just typical United. You win one week, you lose the other week. This is just United this season.
Can I just say, the only reason why I slightly disagree with you is because, Ty, this is not athletics.
This is not athletics.
Do you get me? So this thing running in behind, you man, we know you like to run, innit? Your players like running, okay? This is not athletics, this is football. Okay. And the reason why I think Tottenham do well is because unlike United, your system is predictable. Our manager is savvy enough, he's clever enough. We know what United are gonna do. They don't change. Yeah, even if they do a low block today, we know they're gonna quickly get the ball out wide to Rashford into Garnacho. What we have though is Werner. How is United gonna deal with that, brother? I remember Werner's not coming on to play as the number 9. He's coming in off the left, and Manchester United do not have.
Out of all your players, you're gonna say Werner to me.
What's your front three? What's your front three gonna be quickly, Daddy and George?
He's Wait, he's got technical footballers. He's got players like Kulusevski that can create a bit of flair. Yeah. He's pulled out Werner. Like, why?
You know what? Wait, our front three will consist of Werner.
Well, he says it.
So similar to you guys, when you talk about pace and getting in behind, we're gonna have that in abundance today. We'll have a lot of pace and getting in behind, but we're gonna lack in individual quality. We are. That's just the long and short of it.
Why are you so confident then, George? This is what I want to hear.
Because like you said, we're gonna have a lot of the ball. We're gonna create a lot of chances. And the goals that Rom's scored, it's described exactly is pretty much 90% of the goals we've scored this season is players getting in behind on the byline, cutting it back across, and you saw Son himself score about 7 or 8 of those. Scone, innit?
Scone.
No, but that's the type of goals that we'll score. So with the likes of Richarlison, Werner, and Johnson, we don't need them to go run 1-on-1, attack your fullbacks on the down the wing. We need them to just get in behind those fullbacks onto the back of a pass from Ben.
You're relying on us to potentially a high line.
Who will be playing in the middle, by the way, a creative midfielder, a proper creative midfielder, one that you'll watch today, yeah? And you're gonna see him do the work. You're gonna see him create something.
You know what's mad, George? Yeah, you're laughing and giggling, but I'm not. And you know why? Because I'm listening to everything you're saying, and you just said Brennan Johnson and Werner. I don't need them to be all like this. I just need them to get in behind and maybe. No, wait. Let me land.
Just like you explained.
You're cutting me off a lot. When you cut me off a lot, I think it's because you know I've got you. Just chill. You're in the fishing rod. I've caught you, and then I'll put you back in the water. Relax 1 second. You just said Brennan Johnson and Werner, them lot getting in behind and then squaring it or doing whatever. You don't need them to do fancy stuff. It's just whether they can convert the chances. So that basically means that one, you think getting in behind, we need to basically play a little bit of a high line. And everything you've just explained, and then you said you've got a creative play on Kulusevski we'll see today. We have got Bruno Fernandes, who despite spamming it, when teams play a high line, that is when he's effective. So everything you just said, and Roms, I hope you're listening to this, Roms, everything George just said about he wants Spurs to do with Brennan Johnson, Werner and a high line. Is what I've It's literally what I've been saying for half an hour about Man United.
Have you heard what I said at the start? I said similarly to you, exactly what you explain your team do is what our team is best at. I said what our team is best at. The balls in behind, on the transition, cutting.
We won't play as much as a Highlanders team.
You're describing how Tottenham play. We don't need players to be doing a 1v1 attack on the wings, cutting in like Garnacho and Sancho love to do, by the way. They're players that will get on. They're going to get on the wing and think that they can take on our fullbacks. Garnacho's going to get absolutely bodied and bullied by Udogie. Let's get something straight. This is
this comment right here got me.
I'm dead. That's the thing.
Can I be real? Right. You know, I would understand Ty's chest if this was last season.
Pause.
You know, you're on a run. Eric Ten Hag's turned it around. You're winning games and you're trying to get into Champions League. I've seen your team lose 9 times so far this season and counting. So we know for a fact that Man United, in terms of L's, it's going to definitely be hitting double figures in the Prem. And I reckon that's not happened in the longest. I can't remember the last time you lot hit L's in double figures. Also, bro, I've seen the likes of Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, all these kind of low level to getting relegated teams turn you man over.
Yep.
You are not the Man United of old. And I feel like
I'm
trying to distinguish.
Oh, fuck off with that, Ty.
Are you talking as a fan, remembering the good old days? So you're still kind of on that nostalgia of, you know, Roy Keane and Cantona and Cole? Or are you genuinely talking about your team that you've seen so far this season?
I'm talking about my team. I've seen this so far this season. Not been good enough. Consistently not good enough. Consistently inconsistent is what I call it. But I always say, and I know that stuff, but it is styles make fights. If you come there with this high line and don't take your chances, we will get chances whether we can take ours as well. I think today's going to be a 3-2 game. Now, I'll be real with you. I think it's going to be a 3-2 game, or it could be a 2-2. And if you get a draw, cool, you get a draw. But I think the way Tottenham fans, and I respect you, Deji, and I respect yours as well, and I've done streams with you many, many a time. I've never heard you so confident come into a game of maybe like a bracket top 6 club. You guys are coming.
No, you've not streamed. I'll be real with Ty. You've not streamed with them enough. Both of them have been confident in top 6 games. The back and bout.
Yeah, they have. And they've probably not won many. And the thing is, they've come to this one.
You know the funniest thing is, no. Let's get something off that comment. Tottenham have the best record against the top 6 this season so far. Out of everyone, out of all the top 6.
So let me ask you a question, George. How disappointed would you be? How disappointed would you be, George, if we win today then? Because the way
George, I have to pull you up on something there. It's all good having great form against a top 6 club, but today you're playing Man United. They're not a top 6 club, bro. So that's kind of
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. They're not top 6 anymore.
I don't mind if people use that.
It's going on. Like, to be honest, if I had a game against Aston Villa today, I'd be more worried. That's the point.
I'm not even coming.
Even Brighton.
We are writing you off.
And historically,
that's Jordan and Deji, yeah. Don't you lot think though? United, I know obviously it's your 2 teams, so you lot are going to back it, but. Don't you think United do this though? Whenever we think they're just going to get battered or lose, Ten Hag scums a win some way, somehow. I'm not saying they're going to beat because they're better. You lot are going to batter them pillar to put like this. Deji and George, you lot are going to be fuming because you're going to be thinking, in my opinion, after the game, how did we not win that? That's how I think this game's going to go. Like you're going to have an abundance of chances. But United are just going to be scummy. United, Ten Hag knows what he's doing. Like
he doesn't.
I'll be honest.
Games like this.
I'm going to be real. You just reminded me of something. You know, earlier on, I was thinking about the game. The only thing that worried me is the Spurs' energy. If the players turn up and they're in the mood and they want to play, there is nothing Manchester United can do to my club. Nothing. Yeah? But if Tottenham turn up, there's a couple injury niggles here and there, they're not on it, they're not in the mood, and Man United come with energy. You can say that for
any team.
If you come with energy. No, but that's the only reason why you would win. You're not better, but maybe you man.
Well, they don't question your team's mentality because they should be coming there on job.
You lot really pumped yourself up and turned up to get a draw. If it's something like that, there's nothing we can do. You know what I mean? You managed to pull in, you know, you managed to dig deep and scrape the barrel.
Right. Like what you said, Ty,
that's all you can do.
It would be an absolute disgrace if we lost today. Let me tell you that. Because to go to Man United, I don't care about
diaries.
I don't care about Old Trafford.
I might buy him a
At
pack.
the end of the day, Old Trafford hasn't been the fortress that it used to be. This season, you got pumped. I'm gonna say 4-0. It was 4. I don't care about the disallowed goal. It was 4-0 against Bournemouth. Absolutely pumped by the likes of Bournemouth. So if my team that's beat Bournemouth, a team that's we're fifth in the table for a reason. We lost the 4 or 5 games on the bounce because of our injuries, but cool, everyone's had injuries. But our team, performance-wise, has been one of the best performing teams in the league so far. Most of the games we've played in, we've deserved to win. And a lot of the games we've lost, we've deserved to win. We just lost due to mentality, due to our errors and due to our own mistakes. So going into this game, I expect us to perform against this Man United team. And if we do perform, I expect us to put away our chances. Like Deji has said, there is a few question marks over our team because you look at the front line, you say finishers. I look at the last game against Burnley in the FA Cup, and we struggled to finish. We struggled. We created loads of chances. It's just putting the ball in the back of the net. We're missing some of those clinical players. So we need our players to be on point today. We need them to turn up, and we need them to be on form. Like, we need them to put the ball in the back of the net, because I am looking at Werner, and I've seen him for 2 years. I'm looking at him funny in front of goal. If I see him get a chance one-on-one, I'm not going to expect him to put it away today.
It's the same as us. That's why I think we're both in the same boat today. I think it could go anywhere.
We create more chances. We're going to have more of the ball, and we're going to create a lot more. So I'm more confident in us putting you guys away, whereas I see you guys having 2 or 3 chances in the first half, 2 or 3 chances in the second half.
Do you remember the first game of the season we played? You beat us, but do you remember the first half?
The first half, you had 2 or 3 chances. You could have
been 2-0 up. We dominated that half, and we should have been.
You had half chances. Let's be real. You had half chances.
And you had Basumas then. You had your players then. There's no blue.
Yeah, but but the one thing
that was the second game of the season, though.
But yeah, beginning of the season, the players were just learning the system. It's a lot different now. Do you get me? We've had to dig deep, even with fringe man, and we've had to grind out results. So for me, it's a different ball game. And since then, you man were on a high beginning of the season. Manchester United can replicate maybe what you did last season, and then all we've seen is you man have just been sinking like the Titanic with water coming in from the bottom.
We'll see. We are going to see at half 4 today, guys. Predictions. When we're going to talk.
I can't wait for the game.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's love every time. But that's
Rums. You know this game today, yeah, is one of those games we love to watch, yeah, because ultimately
you're not involved in it. You can just chill.
It's not just that we're not involved in it. It's like so when Liverpool play Arsenal, I am slightly involved because I want Arsenal to beat Liverpool because I know Arsenal aren't in. Like
the fact it doesn't affect you.
It doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
But you know, either way, one of the fan bases are getting mad. So you're just watching the group chat.
I'll be real. I can't. Like I said at the start, I was a bit like,
if I gave you £100, you can't make up your mind. Am I right?
No, I put it on Tottenham. No, don't make my decision for me. Don't do that, Drake. Yeah, my money's going.
The curse stats, the Drake curse.
Do you know? If I could split it, I should do the curse actually. Nah, you know what? Yeah, I reckon United could get something still. No, I don't.
Do you know what it is?
I'd probably put 85 on Tottenham to win and 15 on United.
Do you know what it is with United, right?
Can you do a score prediction considering it's not your club?
Yeah, I can. I can't see United scoring any more than 1 goal, and I think. Nah, you know it's at Old Trafford. I'm going to say 2-1 Tottenham.
Okay, cool. Roms as a neutral.
2-1 United. Stinky win, but you get it done.
Yeah. Okay. And then George and Deji, obviously, I know you think you're going to win. Do you think you're going to win by a clear margin, or is it going to be you're going to grind and shine it?
I said 2-1 the whole time. I think we're going to go 2-1 up. You guys score 1 goal consolation.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go 4-1 Spurs.
4-1. Yes, Deji.
Big up, Deji.
Violent.
George and Deji. If you man go on
I think Eric Ten Hag loses his job tonight, you know.
Do you know why it's win-win? Do you know why it's win-win for us, yeah? If United lose, we hate them, so we laugh. If they win, Ten Hag lives another day. This is where I'm at with United. Like, we win either way. We actually win either way.
And the thing is, I saw a comment earlier that the truth is, Ten Hag wins this game, yeah? and it will buy him another month because there's that.
It's not until the end of the season anyway. That's what I think.
If he lost that Villa game, he'll be out the door. This is what I mean. When he needs to win.
The one thing I'd say is the same as I would say about Eddie Howe, right? Is that I think Eddie Howe will have till the end of the season, right? But if a fan base fully turns, because I think Newcastle's board will want to give Eddie Howe at least till the end of the season. But if the Newcastle faithful, game-going fans start moaning and online there's mad outrage, the owners will go, well, you know what? And the same, your new owners, they need to appease the fans right now. They need to get the fans on side, right? Now, I hear you that I reckon they probably want to give him till the end of the season. But if you lose to Tottenham today badly, at home, Old Trafford will turn on him. There will be boos, and Ratcliffe will be there.
I don't know.
No, bro, if you get battered, 4-1.
Battered different, but that ain't gonna happen.
That's what I said, though. If you lose badly.
No. Even if they lose that, even if you lose, there'll be boos.
That's Roms.
No. Wait, if you don't lose, there won't be. There will be.
Boo if we lose.
I don't think you guys realise. I feel like Man United accepted their mediocrity, man.
That is right. If we get battered,
Ty. There's a difference. I hear what Roms is saying. If you lose, there will be boos. If you lose, full stop. There will be. There's been. Let me finish. Right, but. I'm not saying mad amounts of boos, but listen, you've lost a few games and there's boos at the end of games already, But if you lose at home, with what happened yesterday, Chelsea going above you, all of that, and you lose badly, it will be a lot of boos. Now, that's the issue.
And I agree with that.
When it turns into a lot of boos, then Ratcliffe will be looking at this and thinking, do you know what, maybe now is the time we look at what other options we have, like the interims or anything like that. Because I do hear what you're saying at the moment. Like, who would they go out and get? But and they probably would have but
he's a club man. Just got a big win against Chelsea.
Carrick would leave.
Carrick's ready. And was he not unbeaten in his last stint?
But
perfect.
Bro, Carrick wouldn't leave. He wouldn't leave till the end of the season.
He was unbeaten in his last stint.
Let's not even get ahead of ourselves here. Let's see what happens tonight and getting the job done. It's going to be a big game. Man United versus Tottenham. I don't even normally do Sundays. I've got to go out to my brethren's yard. But you know what? If Deji was on tonight, I might even drive back just to...
Hold on. No, Ty. You're not doing this, right? You're not doing this.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you.
Deji and Ty, both of you now, you've both said, I might tonight. Now, fuck mights, right? And then, you lose and you're not. Ty, are you on tonight, yes or no?
Me first?
No at the moment.
Win, lose, or
No, at the moment. No, at the moment. You can't say no at the moment.
I'll tell you why off air. I'll tell you why.
No, we need receipts. Are you on tonight? Yes or no?
Let me give you my receipt.
Hold on, Deji. Right, thank you, Deji. That's bollocks. Big kahunas.
There's reasons I can't. Yeah.
No. So in that case, you're not on tonight. If there's reasons, you're not on tonight.
His missus said no. No.
Guys, make sure you like the video. 600 of you in here. Manchester United Spurs preview. Make sure you drop a like. Subscribe to all the man them down below as well. Make sure
let's be about, Jules. Let's be available after the game.
Do another...
Let's just be about.
I wish I could. I
hear it.
I do have another stream that I've got to do after the game at like 9 o'clock. So
you know what? I can't end the show without Daps talking about the best player in the league because I'm sorry. Yesterday, Kevin, let me just do this. Wow, 1 sec. £20. Yeah,
before that goes,
I've got to get this up. 1 sec. It's in bronze, but it should be in gold if I'm honest. So big up for the super chat. Massively appreciate this legendary.
Yeah,
I hate when rival fans talk about United like they know in and out. Ratcliffe is not sacking Ten Hag until the end of the season. I agree. United need to lose by such a large margin for the sack, which is what Daps was saying in terms of the booze and stuff. Glazers are still there. They're money saving. I think that's a very fair comment. And no matter what,
so I hear the money saving thing. To be fair,
yeah. But big up, legendary villain. We really appreciate that.
Hold on. But the one bit of context you would need to add to that legendary villain would be that. If we're talking about money, and what we're saying with Glazers is everything is about money, right? Is they also do projections. So if the loss is so big that all of the Manchester United game-going fans start booing, they could think, do you know what? And this is what I've said recently, that Man United fans right now, you're still selling the same merchandise, you're still filling out your stadium and whatever. If United continue to perform at the level they are, younger kids, this is a fact. This is not me saying it. When I first moved down south, there were no kids down here supporting Manchester City. Now, most of my friends' kids support Manchester City. Kids down south no longer aspire and want to support Manchester United. Listen, if they've got connections to the club, they will support them. But kids are no longer growing up wanting to support Man United. It is factual. Your owners will be aware of this. And so if they see that things are getting worse and worse under Ten Hag, they will know that financially keeping him is not a good idea. So there is that context to it as well.
That's really to add to that. My boy, Daps is spot on because my boy has his own coaching company, right? And at least 9 of the kids wear City shirts, and they're having arguments like, "We're better than you. We just won all the trip." Like, it's actually real. A lot of the kids in London now, they're like, "I want to support Man City," because when you're winning, they're just looking at, "Oh, they're winning. Let me support them." So many kids are turning to City fans.
What it is, and people that say glory supporters, I think you need to get that right as well. Listen, if you grow up supporting one club, and then another club gets better. And when you're, I would say, over the age of probably about 10, you jump.
10, 11, yeah.
Call him a glory supporter. If we are going to call a 5-year-old deciding to support a club a glory supporter, listen, they want to be Batman. They want to be Spider-Man. They want to be Superman, That's just what kids do. Like, I agree on grown men changing their allegiances, 100%. But kids deciding to support football that looks beautiful on the eye, I don't think that's glory supporting.
Nah, perfect. No, I agree with that. And Daps, I'm going to let you continue. Because KDB back yesterday with a bang, come off the bench, 2-1 down, makes it 3-2. Great goal, great assist. We all know what KDB does, Roms. We all know Deji what he can score. George, we see him player of the year, but Daps, you get to see him every week. So Roms,
just before that sounds, I'm a betting man, and do you know how inevitable KDB is? I don't know about other bookmakers, but Bet365, I said the minute this guy comes on, he's going to score. So I wanted to put a tenner on there, probably about 10-1. There was no market for him. The bookies even knew how inevitable this guy was. There was no market. I was checking every 5 minutes, no market. When he scored, of course, there wouldn't be one. But even they know this guy's going to come on and change the game. It's crazy. But that's what I wanted to say.
So I said before the game, that I didn't like. So firstly, De Bruyne had spoke on how he knows his game time needs to be managed and he needs to be warmed back in. Pep's also spoke about it as well. But also, we're on a good run of form at the moment, And I spoke about how when we played Liverpool 2019 and De Bruyne had just come back from an injury, Thursday night kickoff, right? And everyone was saying De Bruyne was going to come back in. And I kind of thought, I hope Pep doesn't, because it's kind of letting Liverpool know and the rest of the Premier League know that we're a
2-1 win for you.
Leroy Sané 2-1. And De Bruyne didn't start. Pep decided not to start De Bruyne because I think it's a big message. And that's for City. That's for City as well. Like, and Foden, we've got this team that are playing really well. Foden's cooking centrally. If we then go, all right, De Bruyne's back, let's start him straight away. Then what does that say to the rest of the team's confidence? What does that say to the rest of the Premier League? But I did say that I think we're going to need him, though, because yesterday was a massive, massive game for us because we're in a really good run of form. Liverpool have dropped points recently. Arsenal have dropped points recently. Liverpool, we still have to go Anfield. We have to gain those two games. I'm hoping Arsenal can help us out with that now, right? But we had to keep this run going. And look,
and you know that's what Newcastle were fighting for as well, so you knew it was going to be tough.
100%. And, bro, let's be real. Newcastle, especially these evening kickoffs, these 5:30 Saturday kickoffs, they've had a few of them. They've had a few of them, right? They're up for it. Bro, that stadium is loud. Let's be clear. That stadium is fucking loud. And I knew it was going to be a hard game. And you know what? We started off so well, like bopping the ball about, looking like old City. But then we also looked like the City we've seen this season that weren't killing off the game. At 1-0, we should have made that 2 or 3-0. We didn't. Defensively, a fucking shambles. And the problem is, what we often have is a really bad 10, 15 minute spell defensively and just completely go to shit. And it happened again yesterday. Walker was at fault for both goals. So experienced, but showing the man onto his strong foot both times. Stupid. Started the second half really well, I think. But
I thought the way he bounced back was
you were cooking. Yeah, bro, these are the key things. This is what Pep spoke of, Yesterday, Pep said he saw that his players want to be here, they want to fight, and they want to retain this league, yeah? And that's why he celebrated the way he did at the end of that game.
That's when you know. That's when you know.
And listen, the regulars that watch this show, yeah, you saw me when we were going through our bad run of form saying this is not fucking good enough. We do not automatically get the right to be good business end of season, yeah? Now, people that say, oh, Daps, you've changed your mind now. No, I always said, I just need to see that these players know that this is a fucking fight. They're not just getting the right to say, it's fine, we'll be good when it gets to the last 19 games. Yesterday, Pep Guardiola saw that fight, yeah? Now, if you want to say, no, he just saw Kevin De Bruyne come on, fine, you can do that as well. Sometimes you need a missing piece, but the whole team fought. And listen, when De Bruyne came on, the way I thought, right, we got a free kick. We might wait till the free kick's been taken, then bring him on. The fact they go, nah, get him on. And the fact he walked straight over, there was no conversation.
The aura was real.
Alvarez was still on the pitch. He's been taking our free kicks, yeah? Walker's been taking... Bro, the aura was real. They didn't like say, oh, can I have... They just walked off. Now, he didn't score the free kick, but then after that, it's just... I don't know if you really watched the way it's playing, bro.
It's the way he is. And do you know what I love? Yeah, and this is football, how football's changed. I think football has taken out the element of freedom. It's too system-based. I look at Eden Hazard, and I think of him as like the last player I really enjoyed watching in the Prem. Kevin De Bruyne is actually the one now that I enjoy watching the most because he just gets the ball, and he's like, I'm just going to run with it. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to do what Kevin De Bruyne does. And Pep Guardiola actually says to De Bruyne, do you know what? Do what you want to do because I'm not taking out your game.
I saw him come on.
Goal was epitome of that. I'm like, I
don't know if you clocked this, but what I noticed, so obviously, initially I think they were thinking of taking off Doku and bringing De Bruyne on for Doku. Then they switched it up and took Bernardo Silva off and brought him on, yeah? I don't know if you clocked because the big thing was what's going to happen to Phil Foden when Kevin De Bruyne comes on. They both remain central, right? Mm-hmm. But it was more like, and De Bruyne was working in the pockets that Foden also works in, yeah? But it was more like Foden was doing the legwork because obviously De Bruyne's just come back from injury. Yeah. And De Bruyne was just floating about. Wherever the fuck he wanted to go, he could just go. But picking up the ball, bopping it back. And we have to talk on it as well, yeah? Shout out to Oscar Bob.
We'll let you land after.
Shout out to Oscar Bob because Pep said Oscar Bob's a good alternative when the game is stretched. And he came on, and you know what? I'm not going to say he's like 16, 17 years old. He's 20 years old, right? But he's come through the academy. He's had very limited Premier League game time. And to come on and in the 90th minute, firstly, De Bruyne spoke on it. Not just the finish. De Bruyne actually said it was the run. And they asked him, is that what your passing is about? He said, yeah, my passing is knowing what runs are being made and doing my absolute best to match the run with a pass, yeah? So it was actually the run by Oscar Bob was very good. But then the composure of that finish, bro, was fucking insane.
The touch as well. Even the touch.
Everything about it.
Everything. Yeah, George, everything. And I've got to respect the player. He just goes under the radar. He comes on, he's professional, and I just like players that are humble with it and do their job. And that's what he's done, man. Rom, what did you want to say? I've got a couple of sleep chats.
Just to add on to what Dap said, and to add on to what you were saying, he just came on and people like to say Pep system based this and other. I agree with you. I think Pep just said to KDB, you know what? For the last 20 minutes, not even necessarily win us the game, but do what you like. Do what you feel you have to do to win us the game, man. He just giving me quarterback vibes. Hail Marys. He was getting the ball, playing it. He was collecting. There's times he was next to the back four, collecting it from Ortega. And just you could just tell he's like, you know what? I'm doing what I want to do. And it's not even that he's going to do what he has to do. He knows he's going to affect the game. In his head, he's thinking, we're not losing this. We're not even drawing this. This is why he's going to be, for me, he already is, but he's in some big conversations because the guy, he's insane. He's insane, honestly.
He's the difference between what he wins them.
Can I just say one thing, though? I will say just one thing as well. His goal, firstly, he made that goal look so easy. The way he passed, he literally side-footed it.
That shouldn't go in. That actually should not go in.
It wasn't like a rocket. It wasn't, he put his laces through it. He rolled it into the corner. But I will say Newcastle, that was dumb, yeah? When Kevin De Bruyne picks up the ball in that area of the pitch, close him the fuck down as quickly
Guess
as
who they were missing? Guess who they were missing for that? And a player you didn't want them
Joe
to
Linton.
play.
Joe Linton would have been
That's
out there
where
and
he would have.
Yeah.
He would have stopped that.
And you're spot on with that.
I just wanted to say two things quickly. I just want to say that, you know, KDB, first of all, is operating on Super Saiyan mode. And once you've hit that mode, there's really nothing the opposition can do. And that's why he can come on and you can feel the game change. Even the opposition players, the other player that kind of had that level of influence, I would say, is Thierry Henry. As soon as he's on the pitch or you see his name on the score sheet, on the team sheet, you think, right, it's already going to be long. The one thing I do want to big up Man City for is the fact that they keep churning out these young talents from the academy. Do you know what I mean? This is another talent who was... Look, there's not many teams of City's level or below that would even give that brother a minute.
Yeah. In that moment, they had the
confidence in the game that they're drawing to bring him on, and then he gets the winner. I have to say, you know, plaudits to Man City.
I mean, do you know what?
We're crying out for our boy Donnelly to come on, and I'm not so sure even with our gaffer we would give him.
Here's the key with this, though. Here's the key with this. Is that I've said this before, right? That there's some clubs that just throw fucking youngsters in non-stop, right? Now, I don't think that's good. You got to remember when Pep first arrived at City, he was getting a lot of pressure about playing Foden more and doing this more and doing that more, right? And we've seen it. Now, if you just give in to pressure because everyone wants to see youngers and you just keep playing youngers, then I don't believe that builds up as elite mentality in a young player, right? Now, imagine if you are a young player and you know that, you know, there'll be a Carabao Cup game and we'll be going, we want to see loads of youth players, but we don't, That's because Pep is saying, no, I'm not just going to play you because everyone's telling me I'm going to play you. Now, if you know that Pep will not play me just because he should play me, but then all of a sudden, in a Newcastle United game, when you're 2-1 down, Pep Guardiola says, "Hey, Bob, come up, you're going on." What confidence does that give you as a player? Fucking hell, this gaffer is not playing me because he's got no one else to turn to. Grealish was on the bench. He's playing me.
Yeah.
He
came on Grealish's side. I thought that.
He's playing me because he has belief in me. And after the game, you saw the way Pep bopped over to him and was pushing him, going, I told you. That is how you turn good young players into elite mentality players because you still make them fight for it. Now, with Tottenham, you don't know. Your manager might do that, bro. He might just be waiting for the right moment. And that does. I always remember where Foden got brought on. Before Foden was more of a regular, he actually got brought on in a game he got started in a game against U-Man out of nowhere, right? Tottenham, very important stage of the season, and Foden scored the winner, right? And it was like, wow, he's starting Foden. That's it. It's where you show belief out of nowhere in a player. It makes their mentality think, do you know what?
No, 100% agree with that, man.
It meant so much. It meant a lot to us now because we've got like I think about 10 days off now. We're bopping out to Abu Dhabi to rest and whatever. And now we know, look, Liverpool is still top. Let me be clear. I saw someone say, all right, enough City hype. Who's top? 100% Liverpool are top right now, Liverpool, we still have to go Anfield and Liverpool have a 2-point advantage of us. But this last thing TNT said, now someone could correct me because I didn't write it down, but a stat got read out yesterday during the game and it was something along the lines of, since 2017-2018 season, on average, in the last 19 games of every season, Manchester City only drop 11 points, I believe it is. 11 points in now. So, to all Liverpool fans, yes, you are top, but you've been in 3 title races with us, right? 3 races. You've won 1, that wasn't a race. And then there's been other City wins. But the 3 ones, 1 with Pellegrini, 2 with Pep, you haven't won 1 of them. Right, and you've started ahead of us.
This is why I say I don't do this. When people say speak out the league, I just say we're doing well in the league. I don't like to use this top of the league because, you could say have more chest, whatnot, but it's PTSD. I think Monts put it perfectly. He said it many times when he's on here. For us to even start thinking about a title, there needs to be that 12-point buffer because you can't be speaking about it now. You just can't.
The truth is, it's the DNA. We took it off Man United. When we won the league over Man United, we took their down to the last minute DNA and said, we'll have that. Cheers. We played till the 93rd minute, scored the winner, and we took their whole Fergie DNA and said, cool, we'll have that now, right? It's now to a point where it's all City have to do in a title race, if they're second, third, or fourth, is keep winning, right? Keep picking up points. That is how you create pressure on the other team. Now, ultimately, it is then on the other team. So if Liverpool keep doing what they're doing, then Liverpool deserve to win it because they've held their nerve, yeah? The thing is, just know that if Manchester City are behind you, they will keep doing what they're doing, thinking we're putting more and more pressure on you. And this is what happened to Arsenal last season. Arsenal's arse just went because they knew City were behind them.
I think you'll agree. I've always said this about City. You prefer being the hunters than the hunted. They like to chase instead of already being there. It's tougher off their
100-point season was, although it was a fucking great achievement, for me as a fan, it was in a weird way. The least enjoyable. Being there 93-20, being there when
in the league on the final day, moments, 100%. Because your adrenaline, it's like the dopamine goes up and down, and it's like you feel that adrenaline, 100%, man.
You know what it is, though.
You have quick final stakes. We're gonna, and Roms, if you want to have a quick final say, we'll wrap up because the game's gonna kick off in a sec. But go on, George.
Who is it? West Ham and
Everton Villa.
Everton Villa. It's where West Ham playing, isn't they? What West Ham playing?
I think next week. I think they're next week.
Yeah, George, you say something maybe on De Bruyne.
On De Bruyne, no, I was just going to say, I remember last week when I was saying on the show, I think Cass was going, we don't want him back. And I was going, look, when De Bruyne comes back, the league is here. The league is here. And you've got the best player to come back and really show us what it is. And there's just no surprises with De Bruyne. Even without Haaland, he carried City on their back when they didn't have Haaland. They had no striker. He said, look, this is my team. I'm going to bring them forward. So now De Bruyne's back. Like Daps has said, the league is finished. For me, the league is done. People just need to sit back and watch and enjoy it. Because all this time when everyone been talking about Arsenal had their chance. Now they've gone 5 games without a win at the worst possible time to do it. Yeah. It's over. The league is over.
Yeah,
George, Arsenal fans love to say it's the history of the Tottenham. This is the history of the Arsenal. Around March, they just tail off, bro.
I had this conversation with Mario and Chris Ty in a group when they lost their 3rd game in a row. I said, I hate to say it, but you man are just bottlers. And he was like, how are Arsenal bottlers? Is it not factual that Arsenal have bottled four of the biggest?
4 or 5 leagues. They've been top,
and I've always wondered this calling Tottenham. I hate to say it, but to be called a bottler, you have to be in a position to bottle it. And to be completely truthful, Tottenham really haven't been in the position to bottle it many times, whereas Arsenal have.
I agree. That's why I used to scratch my head.
Yeah, and do you know what the maddest thing is? We'll wrap it up. I'm going to go through them super chats quickly, legendary. But the thing is, this is, and I agree with George, this has been Arsenal with their players back now. They've got no other players to come back. Yeah. This is Man City with their best player coming back. This is Liverpool without their Robertsons, like Dap said earlier. There's little things that teams above them have got their best players coming back. Not saying that Tottenham are going to catch Arsenal, but like you said, 1 point off, you've got Maddison coming back. You've got Van Ven. You've got big players coming back. Arsenal have had their labour. They've had their fruit.
Well, Arsenal got Partey to come back.
But on that note, legendary villain says we are selling young stars like Fernandes and Pellistri instead of McTominay, Bruno, and Rashford. About marketing and money. You don't know how tapped the Glazers are. I'll respond to this as a United fan. Right, Fernandes, I think he should be going on loan, and then we could consider having him back. So I'm not happy with that one. Pellistri, I don't think it's good enough. Hannibal, I don't think it's good enough. By the way, legendary villain. But McTominay, Bruno, and Rashford. Now, someone said to me, if I could get rid of 3 players and start again for Man United, who would I get rid of? I actually put Bruno in mind because I said he's come up to 30 and I don't want him getting his last big contract to Man United. So if I'm Man United in his next 18 months, I don't want Bruno Fernandes at this club. He can go elsewhere and do his thing in his 30s because we need to build going forward. But thank you again. And for this one as well, legendary villain. I blame the dumb United fans who compared Bruno to KDB. I agree with you. Contrast is nuts and it just shows that numbers are stupid.
Oh, it was Odegaard last year as well. Remember those Odegaard?
Odegaard's a better footballer than Bruno for me, but that Bruno KDB, I feel like people were saying it was strong, and I'm like, no. So I agree with you. When you watch football and look what KDB done yesterday, I can just say it now. There's not many people in the league that can do that. So on that note,
sorry, just quickly, there's one thing as well. Is people never talk about how players pick up things from other players at the club, right? So there was something Roms was talking about there. The way KDB was like sometimes dropping back to the defenders and picking up the ball. Yeah. I'm telling you now, I bet you if you went and watched Kevin De Bruyne at Wolfsburg, he wasn't doing that. Yeah. But he's played alongside David Silva, right? So David Silva will have shown him, like, you know, that floating about, always offering an outlet. And players always pass things on, like the dark arts, Rodri. Well, that's come from Fernandinho. And it's when you play with other players, you pick stuff up. So to a certain extent, like, who's Bruno been picking stuff off of?
Yeah, no one.
And this is where I look at Rashford and think, who does Rashford, like, the minute you got rid of...
The only coach he's had is Van Gaal.
Exactly. And it is true. Like, who's Rashford had to look up to as a striker? Who's he had to look up to?
No, exactly. He's got to do everything himself. And you've got someone like Ibrahimovic who has aura, but they don't play the same way. So it's hard to compare. Mentality you might pick up from Ibra.
Zlatan left. Zlatan was only there for like a brief amount of time. Yeah.
So
I think he probably did learn. He probably did learn from Zlatan, but not enough before he left. Anyway, we are live
guys,
tonight. It'll be 10 p.m. won't it? Yeah, live at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. tonight.
I will be here. Cass will be here. I'll make sure Cass is here. I'm pretty certain he is. Deji will be here. Mons might be here. We will see, but we will have a good panel. Lots to talk about. And I see City fans bugging. Listen, we've all got a chip on our shoulder.
There we go. On that note, guys, thank you for the comments. Big up George, big up Roms, big up Deji for coming through. Guys, enjoy your football today. United, let's bring home the 3 points.